Good morning from Kamakura, Japan, on this Monday, July 26th. Okay, it's 10 o'clock on Monday morning. I'm home from work, and Spunky's here with me. And I decided to collect all of the ripened, or nearly ripened, fruit still on the... I've got 3 cucumbers, 2 curly ones, and a nice straight one that I didn't quite see the other day. And luckily it grew nice and big anyway. I did cut off some extra limbs. They were weighing down the tomato plants. So I clipped it off of the section right here, as you can see here. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, most of the other fruit has been picked. And you can see there's still some that is about to ripen, like here. And got some tomatoes in here. These are really nice ones too. Hopefully they will survive. There's one up there that, can you see that? There's one up there that hopefully will survive as well. Some more over here, some cherry, bigger ones here. Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll survive here. We'll see what happens. Again, this is a pretty strong setup here. Things will get jostled a bit, but not too worried. I've moved the green beans down here, and you can see one is bent already. Well, maybe it's okay. We'll see. I think that's broken. That's what I was worried about. I decided to leave these here up on the upper level. Hopefully these won't break, but if they do, well, may have to just replant. And we'll see what happens. Over here, the zucchini, well, again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens over here with them. Okay, so, yeah, no action inside. I think I've gotten all of the cucumbers. There are no eggplant. So, yeah, hopefully these here will survive. Yeah, we'll see what happens come Tuesday, tomorrow. Okay. There's Spunky again. As you can see, the yellow trumpet bush is quite glorious. It's probably the most I've ever had on one occasion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Good. That's good to see. Yeah, this, I can move this inside here just before going to bed tonight, or before the rains begin, whichever comes first. The papaya tree as well can be moved inside. The furniture, I may just bunch them all together here, because as you can see with this concave, the way my house is concave like this, I think anything in the center here will be safe. It won't blow around too much, judging from past years. And again, this is my 15th year here, so should be okay. Over here, I'll just let things be. Hopefully that tomato plant here will survive, being supported by the mint. And then after the storm, I think I'll cut the mint back and allow for new growth to come in. We'll see what happens post-storm with the radishes. I've got some more seeds. Maybe I'll plant a new crop and do it right this time. Okay, what else? Again, the sunflower is so small that I'm not worried about that snapping, although it might. You never know. Got some more ripening here. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. Yeah, that'll probably be tossed around a bit. I may lose some. But this one here, I can't help it. These look so good. It'd be sad to lose them, so I'm going to take them now and get them now while I can. Hopefully they'll ripen indoors. Actually, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and place them behind this post, and hopefully they'll stay there. Over here, I'll just go ahead and pick what I can. Yeah, I think this entire branch is going to come with me. And that's coming off. Up here, I'll just grab these. These can ripen inside. Bit early, but that's okay. You can see these were fusing together here. So again, this is tucked behind. Hopefully that will be okay. This one here is tied, so that should be all right. This may look totally different come Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, it's a nice Monday afternoon here at the Kamakura garden, and I thought that I'd take advantage of having a lot of time before the typhoon comes on Tuesday morning to ferment some of my vegetables. Fruit, actually. These are some of the cherry tomatoes that I've harvested. So I thought that I would ferment these and bring you along and show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to use salt, and this is the salt I'm using, arashio. It is a natural salt. It says here, flake grade salted, carefully crystallized. So yeah, this is nice. This is not your typical salt that's has iodine and all that other stuff and anti-flaking chemicals. So this is a really good salt to use. I'm also going to use celery seeds and some garlic. Okay, I'm going to start by putting a large clove of garlic in the jar, along with a smaller one. And what I'm going to do is layer these. I'm going to take a toothpick, and if I see one that has any blemishes or holes in it like that, I'll just discard that. And I'll take a toothpick and just punch a hole down through here. And drop them in. And I have this green one. I'm going to try this out too, see how that works. And here's one of the bigger ones. This is from the lower garden, the volunteer tomatoes. Okay, so as you can see here, I have a pretty good level. And I'm going to take some of my salt and just sprinkle that. And I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of salt altogether. So I'll be very careful not to use too much and keep track of exactly how much I'm using. I think that was about a quarter of a tablespoon. Okay, so there's another layer. And in goes some more salt. And here, I'm going to just put a sprinkle of celery seeds in and continue. Okay, I'm about halfway up the jar. So a little bit more salt. I think that's about 1 tablespoon so far. And another sprinkle of celery seeds. And I'm going to add the other 2 clovers. I cut off any of the tops, of course, and any blemished portions. So they go in. And I'll continue to fill these up to the very top. Okay, just a few more to be punctured. And the reason I'm puncturing these is to allow the brine to get down into the middle of the fruit. Just a few more to go. Okay, here's the last of the cherry tomato. That goes in. I'm going to add more salt now. And I think that's a pretty good amount. Now, some extra tomatoes here, and what I'll use these for is to press down on the tomatoes to make sure all of the tomatoes are submerged. Okay, before I do that, a little bit more of the celery seeds. And I don't know if you can see, but let me show you here. Celery seeds are extremely tiny, but they're very fragrant. Now you can add any of the herbs that you like. Actually, I'm going to try something else here. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of coriander seeds, whole seeds, and I'm going to add them in as well. I wish I had some basil. I have some growing outside, but they're not quite ready. Now here I have a filter, so this filters all of the chlorine and just leaves the good stuff, the good minerals, and nice clean water. So, in we go. Okay, I'm going to use the bigger one first and just tuck that in, press down slightly. We'll see if we can get all of them in there. It's okay if they break. The most important thing is to have the cherry tomatoes, indeed all of them, down beneath the brine. Okay, that looks good. I'll give the rim a nice wipe. This is a nice clean towel. And I'll put the lid on and seal it with a ring. Not terribly tight, that should be enough. And then I will distribute all of the ingredients, the herbs, the garlic, the salt, and give these some turns every day or so. I'll come and just release any buildup of gases, the CO2, and then retighten it. And I'll store this in a dark place. I don't want to store it here because it gets rather bright, especially over here by the window here in the kitchen. And here in the summertime, the kitchen does get rather warm with all of the baking that goes on. The refrigerator does put off a lot of heat. It's nice in the wintertime, and in the summer it gets a little hot in here. Okay, so here is our half-gallon jar. This is about 2 liters. And let's see, I have garlic throughout, the bottom and the middle. And coriander seeds, celery seeds, salt. I'll keep it here in one of my pantries. And I'll make a note to each day come back and check on it and release the CO2 gases and see what else is happening. Well, let me show you around. I have raisins here. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. These are raisins, pistachios, black pepper in the back. Yeah, these are mung beans, star anise, Sichuan peppercorns, red lentils, brown lentils, the 7-grain mix, more brown lentils, barley, chickpeas, popcorn, and yeah, compound. This is bread in a can. Compound, pound from Portuguese for bread. Compound and crackers. And over here I keep things like canned fruits and peanut oil, apple cider vinegar, canned fish. There's salmon there, and mackerel, condiments, oyster sauce, A1 steak sauce, hoisinjiang, and mixed beans, corn, peas, and the likes. Yeah. And down below in the boxes there, those are freeze-dried foods, canned tomatoes. Here's tuna fish back here behind the mushrooms. Quite a bit of things here. So. And I'll give you a quick peek at my everyday working pantry. And I like paella, so I have paella kit. And this is for lasagna kit. Couscous. This is for making kimchi. It's the kimchi sauce. I use this a lot in these mixed nuts, almonds, walnut, cashews, macadamia, and Brazil nuts. I use this in baking quite a bit. Chia seeds and quinoa. Other condiments and sauces and things. And I keep my eggs at room temperature. I don't refrigerate them. There's no need here. They're fresh. And yeah, sugar substitute. This is brown beet sugar. And Manuka honey for breakfast items. I do have bottled garlic. Here's the ginger here, shoga and ninuku. Yeah, and other condiments and such. And finally, here, more salmon and beans. I love these cannelli beans and the white beans, mixed beans. This is what I have for breakfast, topped with fruits, blueberries, and kiwi and things like that. For snacks, I have mixed nuts and dried fruits, mango, and apricots and dates. These are dates here. And my baking supplies, coconut pulp, and baking powder and soda, almond extract, vanilla extract, more corn grits and semolina, and other things. Yeah. So a quick look. And here too, more my teas and things. My non-alcoholic beer. Quite a bit of spices. You know, the typical spices: oregano, basil, thyme, parsley, rosemary, cinnamon, nutmeg. So that's a quick look at the Kamakura gardener's kitchen. I think you can hear the cicadas singing outside. Yeah, it's about 5 minutes before 5 in the evening now. And yeah, I'm going to go out and take a look at the weather, see how the weather's doing outside. As you can see, the wind has picked up slightly. We may not get the full brunt of the typhoon. It may have skirted northward toward northeastern Japan, the Tohoku region. I don't see any ominous clouds, although it is rather cloudy today. So we'll see what we have to do. This can be moved inside, and I think everything else is looking pretty good. As you can see, we're at the tail end of the tomatoes, although I hope they do survive because we do have some more fruit here. So, and a few more inside as well in the inner row. So I'm hoping that we do get some rain. We could use a little bit of rain, but we don't need all the wind and whatnot from the typhoon. But we'll have to see. We'll just see and keep a watch. And thanks for joining us today, Spunky and I. It's been fun, and we'll meet again later this week. I'll take you shopping with me. How's that? Till next time, be well. Take care. Bye-bye.